This is Sukrita. Thank you very much, Prajnya, for having invited me to participate in this beautiful series of poetry reading, which poems that revolve around, I'm told, on the four key words from our Constitution, and four good words for that matter, which are justice, equality, liberty, and fraternity. And I do believe that poetry resonates very well with these words because that's what we are trying to do through poetry. And what better way of doing it or practicing this than in poetry, because no matter how many speeches come out of the mouths of the politicians or other people, when these words need to be implemented in life, I don't think they happen. They get executed. They get implemented because it's poetry that really touches one to, or inspires one, or motivates one into actually the practice of it. So thank you for doing this. Thank you for conceptualizing it that way. I would like to read first and foremost a poem which I have dedicated to my friend Freedom, who actually, her name is Freedom, and she has another African name. She comes from Zimbabwe, and but she writes in the name of Freedom, and she was narrating these experiences to me when we met at the International Writing Program Iowa, where I was participating that year, and so was she. And since I was so touched by the stories that she told of her own experiences, that I was compelled to write this particular poem. I will read it out. It's called When the Snakes Came for Shelter. Fighting the war of independence, my soldier friend Sunungukai lay sleeping alongside snakes who came for shelter into her tent in the black, rainy nights, unable to find their holes in the marshes of the forests of Zimbabwe. Her long, dark limbs glistened and entwined in the coiling snakes as darkness slithered towards the break of dawn, haunting Salvador Dali. During such nights, as if in peace times, Sunungukai found herself secure in deep tunnels rolled back into the womb of her mother, or in the arms of the lover she never found. Standing stiff on their ends, her hair did not split when still, silent snakes hissed in sleep. Theirs and her own instinct, she knew, told the truth. She smelled no danger, nor did they. There would be no holding the venom if they did. In the same war, as male soldiers entered her tent, she trusted her instinct. When she felt the chill slide down her spine on the same marshes of the dark forests. But I am on your side, her lips uttered. The war is over, don't you know? Announced their glee. Enemies again. They came upon her, one by one, and then all together in celebration. And the war continued for Sunungukai. The other poem that I want to read out is part of the series that came out of my experiences from working with the homeless people. This is a short piece that I would be reading. The fetus in the sobbing womb of the girl child is an offspring of terror of the skies, thunder, lightning, hailstorms falling over her, of the knife rubbing just a little deeper on her throbbing throat, her face a rock, eyes turned into stones. A mother without a heart. She wants to give birth. She wants to give birth to defy death and put the society, put the whole world in the docks. These are the two poems that came out of my volume called Without Margins. And now I would read one poem which is actually published in a book that I did with Yasmin Lada. And we have quite a few poems which could be relevant to this particular session. But I will read one poem from here, which is a little different from the earlier poems that I read out. And this is called Draupadi on a Hunt. I am on the lookout. Is this where I might find what I'm looking for? Yes, this way, not that way. Draupadi stormed out of Mahabharat. She became a squirrel and climbed up the tree, as did Manto's Toba Tek Singh. Look down. Is this Hindustan or Pakistan? Barbed wire between the two lovers, real as their love. On all fours do I crawl, holding on to the earth's call, not to fly, nor abandon them, not to forget the one and only, nor the rest of them, rumbling and whispering with all the tales and myths, gurgling in the earth's belly. I am on the lookout always. I think I will just read one small poem which will probably give us a peep into another kind of poem about women that I wrote some time ago. And this I call Women on a Motorbike. Sisters and daughters, even mothers, are hurled into daily abuses and jokes, trapped in muscular gaze, frozen as soft targets in epics, dolls in cinema, excuses for duels, kept in vaults in the royal cellars of history, while Sita greets Savitri, singing songs of captivity, shedding tears of loss and regret. The two women on the motorbike, Lal Ded and Akka Mahadevi, whiz past through centuries, multiplying in numbers as also in Shakti, each one searching her own path, her own tune. Thank you very much.